Welcome anyone to the Gaming Chamber Podcast, episode 51. We start our new journey to 100 episodes today. I am your host, Everett, aka Two Beasts to Kill You, aka the Beast with the Least. Yes, that was me snapping in the background. Only one other co-host today. Unfortunately, for all of our listeners, it's Devin. Say hi, Devin.
Fortunately.
Did I say the quiet part out loud?
You're welcome, everybody.
The
goat.
Yes. Currently, our other co-host, JJ, is in my neck of the woods.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why he just didn't come to your house.
So we could have recorded. He could have came here and recorded the podcast with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He done fucked up. Hey, maybe it is what it is.
No.
We got the duo. We got the fearsome duo right here. May as well be just two of us anyway. Honestly, we don't have a lot to talk about. It's been pretty slow. I guess it would be slow, news-wise, because we're heading into summertime, May, June, July. That's where things start picking up because, Xbox is doing a summer showcase. I'm going to assume PlayStation will do something, and Nintendo as well. Nintendo's going to have the Switch 2 release in June, so, we got some stuff to talk about. We'll stretch it out as best as we can. Yeah, I am looking though. Yeah, it's like what 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 5, 6 things to talk about.
About how dumb you are.
We can. Like if we can stretch that out for another hour. All right. Let's just go ahead and go into the past week. Devin, what have you been playing?
I finished. What was that? South of Midnight, whatever it's called. Yeah, I finished that up. I wanted to just be able to get off a hard drive. Put a little bit into the Oblivion remake, and that's about all I had time for. So, yeah.
I guess your final verdict on South of Midnight?
South of Midnight, like I don't know, I finished it. Like the ending kind of anticlimactic, so I think it takes it down to like a 7 for me. Like still enjoyable. But yeah, like I'm glad it was on Game Pass. Like it's a perfectly good Game Pass game,
Yeah.
To get play a few games,
dude,
play it for a little bit, and then
Game Pass is killing it right now. Like, I didn't enjoy South of Midnight. Like,
I don't know. I guess I did start that. I did start that Expedition 33, and I don't know. It might not be for me.
Well, it's like more like an old school Final Fantasy game, isn't it? Turn-based.
Yeah, but like, it's just yeah.
I downloaded it. I'll probably try it out. Actually, I should check. Would I be able to? Is it on Game Pass through PC? That I am curious. I'm checking right now. I know it's on Game Pass. I just don't know if I could get it on PC. I've kind of been more moving over to wanting to play on my PC more. Like I actually
PC Master Race.
Well, okay, so literally I just bought. Thank you, Afterpay. I'm paying like what $30 every 2 weeks for this. I bought a 2 terabyte SSD for my PC, so I could put more games onto it. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm looking. Clair Obscur is on PC, so Yeah, I might actually play it on my PC. Download it on my PC and play it. I've just, I mean, I don't know why I'm moving over to PC more, but I just kind of like it. Well, I guess I actually no, I didn't even tell you because you don't know about this yet. I recently bought a like a curved, again, you know, I'm paying only like, I think I'm paying $30 for it or whatever every 2 weeks, maybe 40. I think it was 40. I got myself a 37-inch curved monitor for my PC. I only got this because I could pay like that, and it's already paid off. It was a cheap one too. I didn't go for like this, you know. Actually, I think it was $30, maybe 25 or something. I think it was only like $100 and something. I'm not.
That's cool.
Like, huh?
I said that's cool.
I'm not. I'm still. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It does like 180 hertz and 4K or whatever. But it's kind of weird, because it's like this ultra wide monitor. So like when I'm like watching stuff on it, or like looking at stuff on it, like I was playing Gears the other day on it, or not the other day, like when I first got it, I wanted to see what it looked like. And it doesn't stretch out all the way. So like you see like the black borders on the side. But when I play Oblivion, it takes up the whole screen. And like I do notice a difference when I'm playing on the Xbox to when I'm playing on the PC, like because of the ultra wide like ultra wideness or whatever. It looks cool. I like it. I wanted to, when it comes to my PC, I wanted to, like, okay, I really want to actually, this matters. Like, I have that gaming PC that I got, I forgot, sometime last year or whatever. I'm not going to just play on this little 720p TV that I've had for, I don't know, I've been using it as a monitor for, however long I've had this computer. I was like, I guess I gotta do it justice. So yeah. But yeah, no, basically that's also, yeah, that's what I've been playing, is Oblivion. Yeah, I'm gonna do like I'm not gonna do a review this week. More just like, well, I don't try to do reviews, just more my thoughts. And honestly, it's not like I could add much to what I talked about it last week, right? How much I love Elder Scrolls 4. It's not like I could add much to it. The remaster, yes, I'll go ahead and call it a remaster. I understand why they're calling it a remaster now. Like, because it kept the game intact, like jank and all. There's even like, I'll probably input it in this part of the podcast. Like, they even kept like fucked up dialogue recordings, or dialogue recording in the game, where like this woman is just like, oh, I can't believe this happened, and then she says, wait, let me try that again. Oh no, they did this and that.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
They kept that in there. So like because it still feels like Oblivion. It just looks better, and it obviously does feel better, like the movement. And like now I do like, because I remember, yeah, when I played Oblivion before, like, you're hitting enemies, and it just was kind of weird. They just kind of don't react to it. Like, oh, you stabbed me, I'm gonna keep fighting though. Now they actually kind of like, twitch their head back a bit, like, oh fuck, but like it's still kind of janky looking, and I still love it. I don't know, like it almost makes me feel like the way when I first played Oblivion fucking damn near 20 years ago. You know, was it 2006? So yeah, 19 years ago. Like when I first played Oblivion,
You old bastard.
I feel that, like, to the point where, like, even with, like, I was playing Skyrim in anticipation for the Oblivion remaster, and you know, obviously the first time I played Skyrim, I was like, I'm gonna try and do as much as I can, and I did. I think I got almost every achievement in Skyrim except for like any DLC ones. But like this last time, especially too, like this last time I was playing it too because I'm playing it on my PC, and you know, all new achievements. But I was like, I'm just gonna kind of do I'm just gonna kind of do the story, and maybe I'll do like the Dragonborn DLC, and that's about it. Whereas this, like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do everything. Like I finished the Dark Brotherhood storyline. Still just like such a great quest line. I finished the arena quest line. That took me like a couple hours, but I just like that's pretty easy to do. Actually, I probably finished it even, maybe not even a couple hours, maybe less than an hour. Actually, I have like the recording up of me playing like most of that arena playthrough as for the gameplay for the podcast, and that's about a half hour. So I think I just ran through it. Also, too, the thing is, I started over. Like I started as a Nord, and I was like, you know what? No, I want to play as an Argonian, because when I first played Oblivion, the first release, I played as an Argonian because I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to play as the lizard character. I mean, they have, you know, resist disease, and they can breathe underwater, so they got their benefits that I like. But yeah, like I said, I started over and made an Argonian character, and yeah, I think my character's like level 15 now. I barely touch the main storyline because I've just been doing all this other stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, when I said like the next 2 weeks, I think I might have been being a little conservative on on what I was going to be playing for a while, because this may go for the next, you know, month of me just playing and trying to, like, I want to actually get my skills up to maybe not 100, but as close as possible to it, with before, you know, maybe I get a little bit bored. But yeah, I'm so glad this remaster is out. Like, to have a game that is so, like, what's the word, like, so tied to you, you know, to oneself, of your history of gaming, and to just have it look because it looks really good. To have it look as good as it does, I wish more companies would do that with older games. Like, obviously, you know, we see companies do remasters where it's just like, oh, it just kind of like they made the sprites look better or something like that. No, I want, as long as like it still feels like the original game, I want this kind of stuff. Like, actually, like the Gears of War remaster or remake or whatever. Like, I guess you could call it a Gears of War remaster too, because like it still felt, you know, kind of clunky to move around, just like the original Gears of War game, but it looked, you know, better with that, you know, fresh coat of paint. Or even like the Halo Anniversary, which literally is just the old game with a fresh coat of paint, because you could even switch back and forth, you know? We need more games like that. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some older games that I would love for that to be the case for. Like, I don't know. I can't. Maybe like Ocarina of Time, if they made it look like Tears of the Kingdom, but it just was Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, is there any games that you think you could think of for you specifically that you're like, if it just looked like today's games but played like that game, like when it came out?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I had the one for me, like it wasn't like because like a remake. It wasn't even like the greatest remake, but the like Star Wars like Jedi Power Battles that came out, like they didn't really do much to it. It would have been cool if they would have done more on that game because it's really just was like a sprite upgrade. Like it didn't look that great. It would have been fun if they actually would have done more to it. I mean, I don't, and then who knows what they're gonna do with the actual like Gears of War collection that's like being very heavily rumored to be released at or announced at this not released but just announced at this June Xbox showcase. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think I can't really think. I don't know. I don't really have a game that I have in mind that I would want to master of that I would like need.
Yeah, because like I don't know the other games that I could think of. Maybe if like there was like
because we need like older games. I mean, because I'm trying to think of games like 360 generation and further back.
See, for me, like actually maybe what I know people would be like, oh fuck. Honestly, if they did a Link to the Past, but made it look like that Link's Awakening remake, or the Echoes of Wisdom. If it looked like that, that they look like toys, I'd be fine with that. I'd actually really love that. I would play the shit out of a Link to the Past, of an A Link to the A Link to the Past remake. If it was like that, I would play the shit out of that. Because A Link to the Past is legitimately like top 5 all time for me. So I mean, I've said it, I think last week, and I've said it previously. And I'm like thinking like Mega Man X1 is one of my top 5s, but I mean, you just make it look like a game that came out but still side scroll. It just doesn't do much. You know what I mean? For a side scroller, I think it works more for maybe like a Link to the Past, because you could just make it like the world just looks a little bit bigger, and it's still is a top down game the way the Link's Awakening remake was. The Link's Awakening remake actually is a pretty good one that I should have mentioned, because it also helped with
Nintendo. Yeah, but has Nintendo done much in the way of actual like remasters?
What do you mean?
Like in terms of like a big like full on like like I don't know, like I feel like
where there's actual changes, it doesn't just look prettier.
It just doesn't like a polished upgrade.
I mean, the last full on like remaster where they did some substantial changes that I could think of, it's probably the Wind Waker one.
Okay.
The Wind Waker HD remaster, because they didn't just...
like I mean, Metroid, when they ported that to the Switch, like I mean, it looks better, but it's not like, I don't know. It's not
as far as I know, they didn't do much. Yeah, like, but like, yeah, because like, I can't think.
It's not like they made it like open world, like they changed it now. It's like an open world game and stuff like that. Like it's still.
Well, I guess then actually, yeah. What do you call it? Wouldn't be, what you're talking about. Wind Waker HD. Because the only thing, like, I thought you were talking about because, like, for Wind Waker HD, they streamlined stuff and added, like, some things to make the game better. And, like, I want to say, I never finished Wind Waker HD for some reason. I want to say that the Triforce, like, cert quest was reduced. You didn't have to find as many pieces or something like that. I'm not remembering exactly. So I don't know, but like as in terms of like for Nintendo of like a remake, that like what you're talking about is probably more in line with a remake, not a remaster.
Yeah.
I don't know when it comes to that. Let me see. Maybe
Yeah, because like Pikmin, they just
it just like
updated
looks prettier,
the
right?
graphics. Yeah.
Let me see. I'm looking up Nintendo remakes. List of video game remakes and remasters. This is maybe I shouldn't even be trying to look at this list. I want to see specifically Nintendo, and I don't know. Fuck. There's just maybe way too many. I probably should not be looking at this. Because this is a lot. Yeah, I can't. I'm just looking through. Okay, this is right here. Category remakes for Nintendo. This is the Nintendo wiki. Well, I guess there's that Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee games. They are remakes of the first of Red, Green, and Blue, and Yellow.
All right.
And it changes up a lot of it. You know, you can see the Pokemon. The way the catching works is different. I mean, it's a Pokemon game. It's not like you can do that much differently. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe Nintendo's just not. They don't care enough about doing like full-on remakes. Because I can't even think of a remake that they've even released like at all. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Like where it did like it wasn't just like because yeah, I mean you could say like the Link's Awakening remake is a remake, and it is, but it is still just a top down. You know, they didn't really change it. It does just looks obviously it looks newer, and like they change it where now the shield is its own button and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just looking through. I just don't, because their remakes are just like more in line of what you could call remasters, where it is that game, what it would probably look like if it came out in today's current, timing or whatever. Yeah, I can't see it. I just looked through a list and I'm not. It was a quick look, but yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. You got anything else, or you want to start going into the news?
I think we start going in the news.
Or actually, before that, you want to do the Last of Us talk?
Yeah. Let's talk about The Last of Us.
So we're going to talk about Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Even though episode 3 came out today, as of recording, we are going to do the previous weeks. I guess that's the agreement now. So, yeah. Spoilers ahead for Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. You have been warned. They fucking did it. They fucking did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny.
I was like, because like I know now looking back at like what I was talking about, I was like, oh, I don't know if they'll do this early. They'll probably, because like I don't know, they've talked about like ending the season, like, or like they talked about this being 2 seasons, but it's faithfully following
the game.
Like very early
funny.
on. Joel
and it was
died.
funny, but it was funny because I had seen episode 2. You and JJ hadn't seen it yet. And when you were talking about it, and you're like, "Yeah, I don't think they'll do it," and obviously I knew already, and I was just like, "Oh, sweet summer child." Yeah.
But I'm glad they decided. I'm glad they did it, just because like they need, like, that's the way the game is. Like, if you're gonna make a lot, like, I don't know, like, and all these people, and I tweeted it out, like, if you're mad that Joel died, like, you're a dipshit, like, essentially, like, this is how it happens in the game. Like, if there's a medium of something that came out prior, it's going to probably follow along with that. You would be pissed if you were a Harry Potter reader and like Voldemort ends up like, let's say Voldemort doesn't like try to attack Harry Potter, he tries to give him like tickle fights or something, you know, like something like, obviously that's not like, but it's just like, that doesn't follow what happens in the books. Like if they make a different bad guy or something like that, like this is how
change a
it
character's
happens
race.
I mean, who cares? That I'm like,
they're making Black Snake.
the plot lines itself.
No, I get you. Yeah, if you deviate so
like,
far from it, you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, I could care less about the race thing. I don't even think they need a remake. It's like, you don't even. I mean, like, they're gonna remake Harry Potter just because it's such an expensive IP, but like,
there did not need to be a quote unquote remake or reboot of Harry Potter.
Yeah, that just all in general didn't need to happen.
All right.
But yeah, like, I don't give a shit about like all these people that are just complaining about, oh, like, I can't believe they killed Joel. I'm like, really? Like, I don't know. Educate yourself on how things happen. Like, you can't just be like surprised that they went off the game. Like, maybe you didn't want to be like, maybe you didn't want to have anything spoiled for you if you're not a gamer. But then maybe just go look and just be like, because I saw like TikToks and reels of people being like, I can't believe, like, is this how it happens in the game? Like, you guys had the internet, right? I hate when people like ask questions. They're like, is this how it works in the game? You have fucking Google. Don't ask questions that can be very easily Googleable, or that's not a word, but you can easily Google.
I mean, it's kind of a word nowadays.
You can just be like, Last of Us 2. Yeah, like plot lines, like they're like, I can't believe they killed Joel. Like, is that what happens in the game? Because like, I don't think they would do that, and it just seems so dumb to like kill Joel. I'm like, oh my god, just go fucking like just go look online for like 2 fucking seconds, and you would have seen that, yeah, they killed Joel very early on. Abby does it. At least in this iteration, you get to find out fucking why very early on, because like, you don't get to know why in the video game, why Abby's doing what she's doing until very late. So like, not very late. I mean, you find out like halfway through the game, but still, like, at least now you get to know like who this person is, which I feel like I like that a little bit better in the show.
You know, I think they made her more sadistic in the show.
Yeah.
They made her like a little bit more, quote unquote, evil or detestable than how she was in the game. Like, she was like pretty bad in the game. And
I wonder if they did that just because the actress is maybe a little bit smaller, so maybe they're like, let's make her evil.
Like, you know what? We should make her evil, actually.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
So,
But no, I think they did a good job. I mean, it pretty faithfully recreates what happens in the
okay, well,
episode. So
before we actually like get into like what was happening, other things that happened, because there was other things like other pretty big
yeah,
things.
Tommy, I like the Tommy change. Like that was cool.
So, what would you
Instead of
just
Tommy
rate
being
this
there,
episode?
like a 10. Like it was
Right?
great.
Yeah. As much as I don't like The
Like,
Last of Us Part 2, this episode was a straight fucking 10. Like, this was a very good
Yeah,
episode
like
of
the
television.
whole
Excellent.
the whole giant battle
Yeah.
like that
It
you had
It reminded me of
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, but Watchers on the Wall. The episode Watchers on the
Yeah.
Wall. Where what are they called? Not the White Walkers, but the actual humans that attack them on the wall. Man, I am not remembering. But yeah, it reminded me of Game of Thrones. Like, very heavily. It was like, oh shit. And it was good. Yeah, you know what? I think... And I was going to say, yeah, I like that... that change with Tommy not be... Because, okay, so... Obviously this is a gamer podcast, or gaming podcast, or whatever. So I'm maybe...
And spoilers for a game that's been out for
Yeah, I don't know how long.
I don't know how long.
But yeah, in the game, Tommy is with Joel when they're attacked. But I guess because they wanted to have this...
Yeah, it's not Dina.
Yeah, it's not Dina. Dina is with Jesse, I believe, in the game. And then they come across Ellie after Joel's killed. So in this, Dina's with Joel, and who was... Ellie was with... Fuck, I don't remember who she was with in the game. Or maybe she was with Dina.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a...
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. In this...
We haven't played each remaster of a game that came out on the PS4.
I know.
We haven't played every remaster.
So in the show, Dina's with Joel and Ellie's with Jesse. And Tommy's back at Jackson. So, yeah, right off the bat, they changed it from the game. But I see what they were doing, because they obviously wanted to have this attack on the city, on the town. So you're going to have the guy who's basically the leader, or I guess maybe it's supposed to be his wife or something, there. And I also think but I like that change. I think it works. It didn't really come out in the newest episode. Minor spoilers for episode 3, but I do think it's going to be like later on in the season. Like at some point, like Tommy's going to probably feel guilty and talk about how he feels guilty that he wasn't there to protect Joel, even though he was there to protect the city. Like, hey dude, you had something pretty important to do. It sucks that you weren't there for Joel, but you were there for that. But I still think he's going to be like, no, I should have been there for Joel, and I wasn't there. It also helps with, like, maybe Dina, being also feeling pretty guilty that she was there and she couldn't stop it. So, yeah, I like the change with where certain characters were and the potential throughout the rest of the season, if the writers are willing to try and, like, make some changes with some of the story, in that aspect. And oh man, I kind of... the way they killed Joel. So in the game, obviously we know she just beats him to, she beats him to death with the golf club, and she hits him one last time to kill him with the golf club. But in the show, she beats him up, and then she's like beating him with her fists, because she broke the golf club. So with the broken end, she just stabs him in the neck, and that's how she kills him. So that's the change right there. I kind of like that a little bit more because she had to get so much more personal with it than just like, oh, I'm gonna hit him and that's it. No, she stabbed him in the fucking throat.
Mm-hmm. Well, and just wailing on him, just he's on the ground, just punched him in the face.
That's why I said, to me, they made her seem more sadistic and evil, and like more detestable.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to try, because I know they're going to try, because they tried to do it in the game. I don't know how they're going to make her sympathetic. I just can't see them being able to pull off making her sympathetic. I remember, what was it? I was watching I think it was a podcast, or maybe it was something else. I don't remember. Where they were talking about, like, what if in some alternate universe, the first Last of Us is you're playing as Abby instead, and you're doing what you're doing, and by the end of the first game, her dad dies, and you just find out some dude killed her, and so then the second game is now, reversed, and you're playing as like Joel and Ellie, and they're trying to make them sympathetic. You wouldn't like that kind of stuff. I remember I saw that or whatever. I'm like, it's not the same. Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe they're gonna use like flashbacks, even with her character. I don't know. Like maybe.
Well, they have to. They're gonna do flashbacks. Sure. They're gonna do more flashbacks. They've already done flashbacks, but they're gonna do more flashbacks. But the thing is, for me, like, in the game, she seemed to care about her friends a little bit more, or wasn't just like so. But like, you see her clearly not give a shit in the show, and she even kind of was like threatening toward her friends and all that stuff about that she wants to get this done.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I don't know. I don't see how they're gonna do it, and we still have like a season and 2/3 of a season.
I think there are only 9 episodes.
Oh, there's only 9 episodes for the season?
I think so. I think that's like a shorter season this year.
I mean, seasons have been getting shorter and shorter. Remember when we used to get 10 episodes? Last of Us,
I mean, they're like hour. Yeah.
Like, for these types of shows, 10 episodes is perfect. I don't think you need like 20 episodes. For these types of
yeah, especially when they're like hour 15.
But remember when we used to get 10 episodes and only had to wait a year? Less than a year? God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
I think there's only 7. It says there's only 7.
7 episodes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
so not many crazy. Left. There's only 4 more left after.
That's pretty fucking crazy, actually. So
yeah, maybe they're like super long, but yeah, I mean,
no, I like that.
Well, and everyone keeps fucking casting Pedro Pascal, so you only have a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I like the change with the way the actual final blow to Joel, but I also like, because in the game she kills him, and then she's like, no, I'll fucking kill you, and then they like kick her in the face. And that's it. It, kind of cuts forward to like later when she like wakes up and sees Joel's dead body, and then it cuts to her later on like mourning him or whatever. I like that instead of doing that, we linger on it a little bit more, and she drags herself to his body and like hugs it. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it kind of got to me. Like, I did find myself a little choked up. Cause yeah, that, obviously, and I'm kind of I'm in the camp, not kind of, I'm in the camp too. Bella Ramsey, probably not the best choice to play Ellie, just because she still looks like she's fucking 15, not 19, 20 years old like she's supposed to be in the game.
Yeah, but either way, like you were gonna get the issue. You were gonna get the issue of like someone being looking too old initially, and then being fine for the later season, or being perfect age the first go around.
Unless
and
they
then
went
being
completely
too,
the like, oh, we're just gonna recast.
unless they casted two people.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's neither here nor there. The thing with Bella Ramsey though is like, regardless of what your stance is on her being cast, you can't deny that she fucking is acting her ass off in this show.
Yeah, she's doing a great job.
She's,
I mean, yeah, like if you, because I think a lot of people are like, oh, this actress looks a lot like this other person. I'm like, don't worry about what the face looks like. Worry about what they're like doing acting wise.
Yeah. No, she is acting the shit out of this. Like, there's some parts where she's a little bit, goofy maybe. But like when she needs to turn it on, oh man. Like, I mean, this isn't like a real big spoiler, cuz I mean, if you've seen the preview for episode 3, like they show like she screams at one point, like when they're like, giving her medical attention, she's screaming. And like in the actual episode, the reason she's screaming is she's like actually seeing it happen again. And it's like, oh god damn, dude, that scream was just like, she acts her ass off.
She's having PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah, dude, she's acting her ass off in the show. Like I said, you can say what you want about her being cast as Ellie, but like her actual acting, no, she is super, super fucking great. Like, yeah, I can't praise her performance enough. It just sucks. It just sucks that she doesn't look the part enough. Like, she worked fine in the first season because she looks like she's 15, and Ellie's, I think, supposed to be 14 in the first game, so she worked. But yeah. But no, dude, yeah. Overall, just this.
Yeah, it's been a great season so far. I mean, like, obviously, 17 episode 3. I feel like it'll obviously be more of an acting heavy
minor
episode.
Spoiler alert for episode 3. The episode's obviously not as good as episode 2.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have every episode be like a giant battle, and there's got to be some exposition that rolls the story along. So
yeah, episode 3 is more of a setup for
But like, just in terms of just like reviews, like, man, IGN needs to, like, whoever was reviewing their TV needs to like get their fucking head examined. 6, and then like Invincible for the season finale for season 3, they gave like a fucking 4.
I love that you're still on that.
Like because IMDb has those 2 episodes of these shows are like some of the top ranked episodes of all time, up there with like Breaking Bad episodes of like, and like you have like these goated fucking episodes, and then IGN's like, actually this episode's dog shit. And it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, shut up.
Yeah, it's
like, why? Like, the thing is, it doesn't make any sense. You guys, like, IGN, 10 out of 10 every time they release The Last of Us anything. They're like, oh, thank you Sony for giving us a Last of Us remake for the 15th time. Oh, thank you. Oh, Master Lords. And then like they release a TV show and they kill Joel and everything goes fine. And it's just like, it's a pretty like, yeah, they changed a few things, but like they're not like crazy changes where it drastically changes storyline. It's not like, oh, fucking Ellie comes in and actually does shoot Abby in the face, and like that's the end of that storyline. Like, that would be fucking stupid. I would be like, that's not Last of Us then. Like, that's not the show. Like, you can change little things. Like, yeah, have Tommy fight this cool fucking war to save Jackson. Like, I don't know. It's just stupid. Like, IGN, they need to fire. I didn't look into it, but I bet you it's the same fucking asshole that wrote both those reviews. I guarantee
that would be hilarious, actually. No, I was gonna say, quick aside, because you had mentioned it about like the remaster remake thing. Like, I love like online. There was like someone sharing a post of like Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 remastered. And they look basically the same. And then it's Oblivion. Oblivion remastered. And obviously they look drastically different. Obviously one, you know, Oblivion's 20-year-old game, and Last of Us Part 2 when they did the remaster was what, a 1-year-old game or whatever at that point. 2-year-old game. But it's just funny because like, I mean, they charged $70 for Part 2 remastered and $50 for Oblivion remastered. I gotta find that picture. I'll put it up on the podcast if I can.
Well, didn't they send it to you?
Oh, did you? If it's in the Discord chat, I'm gonna put it. I'll download it. I'll download it and then put it in the.
Yeah, and IGN gave fucking episode 3 a 7. They gave it a better score.
Oh really? That is crazy as fuck. That they would give. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I don't think you put it in the Discord chat. You might have put it in, sent it to.
I think it just I saw it on Instagram. So I sent it.
I'll if it's in the Instagram chat, I'll put it up on the podcast. But yeah,
they were reviewed by different people. I went to IGN to look. They were reviewed by different people, but The Last of Us and Invincible. Same person who reviewed season 2, episode 2, and episode 3 though of Last of Us. So they thought episode 3 was better than episode 2. The same person.
It's just kind of crazy.
So
it's I don't know. I'm trying to think. That's.
I don't know.
They gave it a 7, and last episode a 6.
Yeah. They sure did, Mr. Hyatt.
But I don't know. It's. I don't know. I don't. When it comes to IGN reviews, I try not to.
I know. It's just like.
Go to them anymore.
I don't know. Like.
They just. I don't agree with pretty much anything they say.
They're kind of like the ESPN of video games now. It's like they've been around so long, they're big, and I feel like a lot of their content's just shit. Like, I don't know. And they just try to say crazy shit. I feel like they just gave it a low score because I bet you they saw everyone online and was just like, oh, this is so great, it's so great, so great. Like, oh, it's crazy. They actually did it. They followed the game. Like, they did it. And then they're just like, meh, actually, I didn't like it because I wanted it to be like this. So it's like, okay, shut up, bitch. That's how I feel about it.
Sorry, I was moving real quick. Yeah, we could go on and on about this stuff, but so yeah, what was I don't know. Should we maybe go with other than, or just what was your favorite? Like, what was your favorite part of the episode? I mean, that's why I'm asking maybe other than, because you could kind of either go with the battle or the actual death scene. And we could just like say, yeah, for sure, duh, that, and say maybe something else. Or you just want to be like, yeah, no, I like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think specifically with the battle, it was fun to see Tommy fight the bloater. Like, I like that. Like, that was fun. Like, I like that scene. And just like, I don't know, I'm like, oh shit, are they gonna kill Tommy too?
Yeah, right. I was like, are they gonna kill him? Because it looks like,
because I'm like, this thing's. I'm like, this guy's not fucking stopping. Like, are we gonna see Tommy die too in the same episode? Have like a crazy thing? So, just all that happening at the same time was cool. But just, yeah, I mean, like the whole battle. I mean, there's all these little parts, like the battle scene. I mean, you have them preparing and then get rid of the gas barrels and stuff like that. Like, there's just, yeah, like, it was great.
I think, yeah, maybe the battle was probably my favorite part too, as well. Just because of how Game of Thrones it felt. Like, oh shit, you got some Game of Thrones in my Last of Us.
The clickers just running at you like, I mean, they look like White Walkers essentially, but they're just running at you, and it's just like, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, again, this is just an excellent episode of television. Like, overall, like, it just in general, just period. Like, it, as the kids say, peak television. It was peak.
Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to like find a better episode of like something that's come out like recently,
or just like this is one of those episodes that like you could put in like a top maybe 50 or 100 like episodes of all time from just in general of all TV shows. Like, I think that's how good this episode was. Like, it could be in the talks of like, you know, of shows like, or you know, some of the best episodes of like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones or Sopranos or The Wire. Funnily enough, a lot of those shows on HBO. They know how to choose how to get their shows made. Like, obviously it's not going to be like a top 10, but I think you could put it in like maybe like a top 50 because of just like what happens, and the battle was so well done, and the death like hits hard enough, and the acting is just, and then like I love the touch of like they don't just like, they could have done what any other show probably would have done, and just like, oh, when they had that overhead shot, just cut to black and that's it. But they're like, no, we're going to show you a little bit more. You know, they show Abby walking away, but they show them dragging Joel's body. And it's all like cut beautifully to that song that Ashley Johnson is singing.
Exactly. She sings it, and then it's a song that you can only get if you beat the game on their like hardcore mode. Like, I forget what the difficulty is called, but like where if you die, you start the whole game over. Yeah, it might be like Soul Survivor or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, you could only get that song played.
What was in the trailer? The announcement trailer, on that, wasn't it?
Exactly, but I'm just saying, like, it's just cool. Like, that's where they use it too. Is like they little Easter eggs for a nod or whatever you want to call it to the video game. So like,
oh no, I love
a lot of cool stuff.
I love that they've done, like, you know, oh my god, I'm forgetting the actor's name. The guy who voiced Joel in the games, that he was in the first season as like
Troy Baker. Yeah.
Troy Baker. He was like
and the Abby, and the Abby actress, she was the nurse, like the doctor of, the doctor dad of, God, what the fuck, Abby, like Abby's dad, like he's the doctor. One of the nurses was the actress that played Abby.
Yeah, in the first season, game. The one who what's her, Laura Bailey. Yeah. She and then obviously, the Allie actress was in the first season as her mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, those things are cool right there and all that. They haven't done anything yet so far in this season that I know. Well, I mean, besides the song. But yeah, no. One thing my brother was saying earlier that he kind of wished they would have done, I kind of would have liked that, but I do like the use of the song, is that, like, can you imagine if, like, there was no music at all and they just heighten the sounds and it's just left with that, like, especially heightening the sound of Joel's body being dragged. I think that probably would have been effective as well. But I think I prefer, like, that they have the song and everything. But yeah, to add that extra, just like, oh, you see her, you see them dragging his body along, and you just see this. Oh, and then they show, like the town afterward. Like, you see the aftermath basically of everything, and it just, to hit you harder. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and like the one Yeah, and then just like you have like, oh, this one guy he's like showing he got bit, and he's getting shot in the face.
Oh, right. Hey,
To,
he's
like,
giving the
not
gun
turn
too,
and
like,
stuff
just,
like that.
you gotta shoot me, you gotta kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, very, very, very just excellent episode of television. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead and move on to the news. I guess there's some stuff. We're probably gonna not spend too much time on a lot of these, unfortunately. But we got a lot out of that Last of Us talk. You know, let's start with this first one. This one I just wanted to add because it's just ridiculous. I guess Kanye West, he started Twitch streaming. But then he got banned literally 7 minutes into his stream. I don't know what he was streaming about. I don't know why he got banned. I just know what happened. And it's fucking hilarious to me that happened. Yeah, I don't know. I have no words. Let me see. Throughout Twitter, okay, quick. Rapper went live early morning, April 25, and his broadcast lasted just 7 minutes till Twitch brought it down. It was without success, however. He gained almost 3,000 followers.
Man, I'm sure he was talking. I'm sure he was saying some anti-Semitic shit.
I mean, it just says this channel is temporarily unavailable due to violation of Twitch's community guidelines in terms of service. West hasn't commented. So even as like even in this story, this article that I found just says that he got banned on Twitch. I mean, I'm assuming it's just because like Twitch has kind of done stuff before where it's like they'll ban you just because you're a problematic person. But he might have been. Yeah, I mean, it's Kanye West. He probably was saying some shit he wasn't supposed to be saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he even got to stream for 7 minutes, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, he made it a whole 7 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to bring that up because it was kind of funny. Let's just move to the next thing. Let's talk about a couple of movie projects, video game movie projects that are at least in the works. Let's start with the one that I'm finding a little bit curious that they already are starting to make a movie of. Sydney Sweeney has been tapped to star in a movie adaptation of Split Fiction, which came out a few months ago or something.
This year.
Came out this year, right? Came out 2 or 3 months ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't played the game. I actually kind of want to play it because I do like the Josef Fares games so far. I mean, I never played the Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. That was called. But you and I played those, and I think we could even play Split Fiction, right? Like it's made for that.
Yeah, as long as one of us buys it, then the other one could just.
We're probably gonna have to look into that. But I mean, you and I both played. What was that Prison Break game? A Way Out. You and I both played A Way Out, and I'm even blanking on that last game.
Yeah, the marriage one.
About the married couple. I enjoyed both those games. Like, didn't we
I
get all the
remember.
achievements for A Way Out?
I think so. Those ones are pretty easy.
Yeah, they were like easy. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed the games so far that he's released, so I do want to play Split Fiction, but yeah, I'm like, they're really going to make a movie already? I mean, both A Way Out, again, I haven't played the Brothers game, but it probably lends itself, the stories lend themselves well enough to like a movie adaptation. If you've played A Way Out or fuck, what was that? Whatever that last one was called. You would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like you basically could make a movie out of any of the games. What is it? Hazelight Studios, right? That made it. It Takes Two. That was the other one. You could basically make a movie out of all those games so far. So, I mean, I guess I get it, but it's just like it's so soon, and why not like It Takes Two or A Way Out? Why split fiction? But I guess Sydney Sweeney, they got her.
Yeah, It Takes Two is. I would take It Takes Two before A Way Out. I don't know. A Way Out was okay, but.
Well, I guess A Way Out would be maybe more. Yeah. It's kind of It is kind of generic, I guess, in the story. Like, you know. Spoiler alert for I don't even know when that game came out. Actually, let me look it up real quick. A Way Out. It came out in 2018. Holy shit. Came out in 2018. I thought it came out. I could have sworn that game was a little bit older. Huh. But yeah, spoiler for a 7-year-old game. One of them turns out to be a cop or whatever. And then like
oink oink.
Yeah, and then like they end up fighting each other, and one of them dies. It is a little bit, I guess, more generic in that sense. Like, oh, they break out of prison, and one of them is actually a cop, and this and that, or whatever. It Takes Two is like, yeah, you know, it's about a married couple that's like, yeah, we're gonna divorce, and so like their kid somehow sets off some magic that turns them into dolls, and then they gotta find a way to get back and turn human again. That maybe not a movie so much. Maybe it would have to be like a mini series. I don't know. Maybe a movie actually, because it's just about, you know, them.
As long as they keep the fucking like teddy bear ripping.
Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah, when oh dude. Yeah,
they gotta keep that in there, or else I'm not watching them.
Or the racist caricature of the book, the Mexican racist caricature. I said your relationship. Well, yeah. So I mean, you know, if you're a big fan of split fiction, and a big fan of Sydney Sweeney, yeah. This is nice for you. Onto now for the other movie news that I'm way more excited about. A live action Outrun movie is in the works with Michael Bay set to direct. Coincidentally, Sydney Sweeney will produce the film.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe she could play the blonde. This excites me so much more because I don't know. Did you ever play the Outrun video game?
No.
Well, I mean, do you know what it is then, at least?
A little bit, yeah. I know what the game. Yeah.
It's not a racer. It's more just like you're driving. You're racing against time, I guess, kind of. But you're just like driving through. You're like a red. I think it's supposed to be like a Mustang or a Corvette or something, and you're just driving. You know, avoiding stuff and things like that. You know, it's an arcade game. No real story that I could think of. And it's been years since I played it. It's a Sega game or whatever. I think Sega. But that, like, you could definitely, like, add some kind of story where it's just, like, it has dumb action, slow motion bullshit. Michael Bay is perfect, I think, for an Outrun movie. To just like, I'm going to make some kind of fucked up, stupid story, and it's just going to be a car driving through, maybe blowing some shit up. Oh, he's going to drive through a truck, and he's going to drive through a building. He's going to drive through... Again, like what I think I was talking about it last week. I love this, like, summer movie slop where you could just turn off your brain and just enjoy the pretty lights and explosions. And this... Michael Bay is that, like, quintessential director of that style of, like, turn off your brain and enjoy the dumb action. And Outrun, I think, could very much work as a dumb action movie. So, I don't know. I hope it gets made. I know it's in the works, but I really hope it gets made. Like, I don't want that to fall through. I'm assuming you don't really have much on that, because, yeah, you don't even know much about Outrun.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think. I mean, that from what I researched about the game, like, it seems like it'll be, and it sounds like they're going to be able to do quite a bit. It's not going to just be like, I don't know, because it is like from an old school game, so like it's gonna have like the Outrun name, but I think it's gonna be pretty liberal. And if it's Michael Bay, there's gonna be some explosions.
Yes, and I cannot wait. Yeah.
I'm sure he'll find a way to flash Sydney Sweeney's tits all over the fucking screen. Just do like a Megan Fox Transformers.
The thing is, he, as gratuitous as he can be with some of his stuff, he doesn't really. I mean, he has like a butt shot here and there kind of stuff or whatever. He actually doesn't get that gratuitous with like the sexuality. Not, at least not that I can remember. Maybe there's a couple of his movies. Okay, I guess Bad Boys 2 had like a dead chick with big ass tits for no reason. But I don't know. I can't think of anything where it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna have titties here, and that's that. So again, I'm all for an Outrun movie. Okay, let's go ahead and move to this next thing. There's a few PlayStation things we could talk about. I didn't put a couple of these things, but let's go ahead and actually talk about them. So, we'll start off with this. Ghost of Yotei got it was a release date announcement, right? This wasn't known.
Yeah, because they just said, because all they had initially was just this year, and everyone's like, really?
Yeah. So, it's coming out October 2nd of this year. They had a trailer where they introduced the Yotei 6. I guess this is similar to what Assassin's Creed Shadows did. It's just, it's a revenge story, and you're going after a gang of people. I don't know if maybe I didn't see the trailer. I guess maybe they had to have killed someone close to her, so to the main character. That seems like an awful lot like Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, if did you play the first game?
A little bit. I'd never beat it though.
Yeah, same here. So it's cool. We got a release date, but
yeah, it'd be funny if GTA is just like, yeah, we'll release on that day too.
Oh God, that would just be damn.
Like they had the chance to do like the funniest thing.
Like, we're gonna release on October 2nd, and then Sucker Punch is gonna be like, you motherfuckers.
Or even if they're like, we're releasing on like September 25th or whatever, like the week before. It's just
a week
like,
before,
God
a week after.
Damn it!
Like, you absolute assholes. Okay. PlayStation. So there was a new PS5 system update. There was some audio focus features, I guess, or a new the new audio focus feature. I really don't know what that is about. Let me look it up real quick. The main thing, it's just amplifying audio. That's all. I guess it's just the games will sound better, whatever. The main thing about this update though is that you remember they had those like backgrounds for that celebrated the anniversary of PlayStation. It was like for the to make it look more like a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 1 or whatever, like the UI background. They basically brought those back because they took them away and then this brought them back. So if you like those backgrounds, they're back. So, I don't know. I mean, do you even use your PlayStation enough to care about that little UI back? Because it doesn't really.
No.
But the thing is, too, like, it doesn't really matter because, like, if you hover over a game, it just does something for that game. Like, it shows a background of that game. So these backgrounds don't even matter. Not to me, anyway. Like, I'm using, like, a God of War one on my PlayStation. But it's like, if I hover over Bloodborne, it shows a thing of Bloodborne. If I hover over Demon Souls, a Demon Souls UI basically takes over. So, I don't know. Last PlayStation thing. Some games are going to be leaving their PlayStation Plus subscription soon. Which, games leave, games come on, and all this stuff. The reason I wanted to talk about this is that they're going to be oh, did my shit just freeze?
No, you're still there.
No, my web browser.
I can hear you.
Yeah. So, what? GTA
gotcha.
5 is going to be leaving, stuff like that. But the main thing is some actual PlayStation Studios games are leaving. There's Resistance 1 and 2. Infamous Second Son are all going to be leaving the service. The reason I wanted to talk about this is that I'm just in awe that they would be getting rid of first-party games. Because, we have, like, Game Pass for Xbox. As far as I know, so far they have not been getting rid of, any first-party games. I think maybe one or two had to leave.
I mean, you can still fucking play Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, and Sony owns the fucking studio now. Which is, funnily enough, they're the ones who made the Resistance games. Yeah, this just, for me, this is why I'm so glad to be a Game Pass subscriber, just more and more. Like, Xbox, so far, knock on wood, has not done that yet. Taking away first-party games.
Yeah. Can you imagine if they did the shit show
Oh, yeah.
that we'd be hearing about?
Well, yeah, especially too because like Microsoft is, they're always playing from behind. Like they're never going to get like any benefit of the doubt or anything. I mean, I mentioned it earlier. They just released Oblivion Remaster and it's $50, and it has all the DLC. And nobody's giving them credit for like getting that shit done. But we see that PlayStation's going to release Last of Us 1 and 2 complete for $110, and everyone's like, hell yeah, give me more of that. And even though there is some pushback, there's not a lot of pushback for the Tears of the Kingdom, or specifically the Breath of the Wild, like Switch 2 version that doesn't include the DLC. You have to pay the extra money to get it. If Xbox did that shit with like, oh, here's the Oblivion remaster, but if you want Knights of the Nine and the Shivering Isles, you're gonna have to give us an extra $20 or $30. Can you imagine the shitstorm? Fuck no. Yeah, I'm just very much glad to be a Game Pass subscriber, and I really hope they don't start doing stuff like that. But yeah. All right, let's see. Let's basically move now to the last subject. Nintendo, real quick before we get into like I guess, the biggest Nintendo story of the week. Nintendo's requesting a subpoena from a California court that would grant them the ability to get information from Discord about the identity of whoever leaked last year's. They leaked something. I think it had to do with Pokemon, right? Yeah, it was their massive Pokemon leak from last year, known as the Freak Leak or the Terror Leak. Nintendo doesn't know who did it, and so they want that. I don't remember what the leak was exactly. I think it was like old sprites and stuff like that. In Freak Out is alleged what? Posted including content including copyright protected artwork. Yeah, it was like artwork, characters, source code, stuff like that. So they're trying to get Discord to be like, we need to know who that is. I mean, Nintendo, they like to take people to court, so this makes sense.
Yeah, they don't really. They're the least pro consumer. People that are out there, because they don't like streaming. They don't really like about. But just like in general, like Nintendo's always been kind of. Yeah, leaks I get. Like this, I'm like, okay, I'm not saying in general like this they're wrong about, but they do like to.
A lot of times, they want like that, like going after Pal World, because like, oh, it's they're infringing on us. I mean, some things are a little bit like that's a little too close to Pokemon, but it's like, dude, I get like some people said like Nintendo kind of has to.
Battlefield's not gonna get sued by Call of Duty. It's like, oh, you guys are a military shooter. It's like, okay, and like. It's not like we used your assets, like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with this, but yeah, they're trying to get the identity of the guy who leaked, or maybe the people who leaked all that Pokemon stuff. But yeah. Okay, so let's move to this last thing. And this will probably be the biggest Nintendo thing. So, they started their pre-orders last Thursday? Well, Wednesday night to Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday, 9 p.m. for us, Pacific, which is the best time zone to live in. And then, yeah, GameStop was at 8 a.m. on Friday.
No, was it a Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday to Thursday. Yeah. But yeah, Thursday at 8 a.m.
So yeah, needless to say, it was. I think you actually said it in the Discord, right? Oh no, you said fiasco. No, it was a shit show.
Sorry.
You said fiasco. No, it was a shit show. Like, I was on the Walmart website. I was on the Target website. I was on the GameStop website. Like, I went to stuff like specifically the Target one. It was like it let me add. But then, like, it was just, like, not letting me buy it. It was just, like, when I would go to, like, pre-order, then it was, like, you need to add a payment option. I'm like, what do you mean I need to add a payment option? It's right there. Like, that. And then Best Buy was just showing, like, coming soon. I'm like, what do you mean coming soon? It's already here.
Yeah, it's out. Well, yeah, Best Buy, the thing is with Best Buy, so Walmart and Target dropped when they said they were. Best Buy didn't even drop when they said they were. There was like an hour delay before, so they weren't even like released till like 9. I can't even imagine being like an East Coast person you're in fucking Florida or New York trying to get one of these things, and like you have to stay up till you missed out on Target and Walmart, and now you're trying to get one you're waiting for Best Buy to even like open up their queue. But I mean, if you're good like me, you're fine.
Yeah, needless to say,
because I'm goated.
Needless to say, I was not able to secure a pre-order. We'll say yes, you secured a pre-order. We will say that.
We will
not say much more than
how many I got. Get a chat. But I secured them for the boys.
Yeah, luckily
one for
I'm going to be able
myself.
to get one thanks to you. Thank you for that, Devin.
Yeah, I'm taking care of the boys first, and like that's the way it is. Like I'm not making profit. I'm taking care of the boys first, and then
So my brother right now, he's in the room while I'm doing the podcast. He's giving me the finger because he wanted to get a pre-order. I believe he told me he was gonna go to GameStop, right? Best Buy. He was gonna go to physically to the store.
well, I don't think Best Buy was doing physical store.
Well, he called and they said that they were sold out. So he just did not go. Regardless, they told him, yeah, no, we don't have any.
maybe they just heard his voice. Dude, this guy sucks.
So yeah, but no, thanks to you, Devin. Yes, I am. They didn't cancel them on you, right?
Not yet.
No, they would have canceled by now. So
yeah, no, I'm good. Your brother want one?
I mean, he does want one.
10 grand.
10 grand? I think he'll be willing to pay 10 grand. And some tasteful nudes.
Exactly. I need a full boudoir calendar.
A full boudoir calendar. So, Nintendo did release like kind of a statement saying that here's the best part, or not the best part. Here's just oh my god. So, they updated their website to say delivery for the console's June 5th launch is not guaranteed.
Not. Yeah.
Due to very high demand of the console. And they were, quote unquote, thrilled by the enthusiasm that fans have for the Switch 2. So, to make things worse, actually, yeah. Like, maybe you were able to get, even if you were lucky enough to get a pre-order, there's possibly a chance that you might not even get it the day you're supposed to get it. Because, and they're saying like high demand. I think they're trying to make it sound, nicer than what it actually is. I think they just don't have enough here. Or just enough, period. Like they just can't make them quick enough or whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't want to hear like, oh, they couldn't anticipate that so many people would want the console. Like, come on. It's Nintendo. We've talked about this. Like, even, I'll probably put this in the podcast as well. Like, it was JJ, right? That he shared it in the Discord. Yeah. It's a picture, like, it's a meme. It's like from what's it called? SpongeBob or whatever. Like a crowd running through I guess it's supposed to be like a Black Friday kind of thing or something. I don't know. But it says, drop the price, motherfuckers, the second the Switch 2 pre-orders went live. So even the people who were like, it's too expensive, damn well, they went for it. They went to go get a pre-order.
Again, so. I think when they were doing the drop the price stream, I really do think it's in regard to game pricing, not the console. The console pricing itself, I'm totally fine with. $450 for the console, $5 for the bundle, which for the one that I got, I only paid $425 for the one at Target because I'm goated. But like, I'm totally fine paying that price because unrelated, like Target Circle. I know if you're anybody out in chat, if you're familiar with Target Circle, I had a 15% off an online purchase. They just put in my cart, and I was able to apply it towards my Switch too. So I got the Mario Kart bundle for $425 from Target. So, but anyways, yeah, totally fine with a $500 console with a game. Like, whatever. It's more expensive. I'm gonna get to play games at 4K 60 frames while docked. I'm like, this is great. That's perfect. But just like paying $90 for a physical game, I'm like, okay, Nintendo. Like, maybe they'll see their console sale or console games, like their exclusives. Maybe they'll see those don't sell as well, and they'll be like, maybe we should just do 70
honestly,
for.
No, I think their games are still going to sell through the roof, even at $90.
I know. I'm just saying, hopefully. like Mario Kart, you can't include that one because they'll include sales of the console. It's kind of like you can't be like, oh, we sold this many copies of Kinect Adventures. It's like, well, it just came with the fucking Kinect or the Wii Sports. It's like it just came with the system. You can't fucking count that. So let's see how well, like, let's hopefully there's not that many. Hopefully there's not many of these $89 games. Hopefully they're more of the 60, 70 range. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza, like that being 70. Like hopefully it's just really expansive and we're like, you know what? It's fine they raised the price because they gave us so much content within the game. Like, you know? So hopefully, but we'll see.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we'll see, but
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, thank God I'm an adult and get raises and promotions and stuff where I make more money to where I can afford these. Like, yeah, would it be nice to save 10, $20 on a game? But maybe then, like, I know we joke about Nintendo games keep their price, but you follow certain people online, they tweet when games go on sale. Like, even if you have to wait then till Black Friday to save that 10, $20 to get it down to the 60, like, you may just have to wait longer to get certain games. Yeah, it sucks, but that's just kind of, I don't know, the world we live in right now where you may just have to wait and can't buy all your games. Or who knows, maybe Nintendo comes out with a subscription service tier where you can get their games. I don't know. Who knows what the future holds? Nintendo will do their own thing.
yeah, uh, we say it all the time. They march to the beat of their own drum.
Yeah, but it is kind of crazy too. This is like the first time in a long time that Nintendo like hasn't like changed drastically what their fucking base controller looks like. Because I mean, you go from like the NES to the like SNES, I feel like was the last time like it stayed pretty similar. But then like the N64 controller, like what the fuck? Like you guys went from that like rectangle, like basically like the SNES, like it was basically a rectangle with this couple rounded edges, to this fucking tripod thing, and then GameCube controller. You're like, okay, this is kind of normal. And the Wii, it's like okay, like two opposite hands. The Wii U, giant gamepad, and then now you have Switch 1 and 2, which is like basically identical. So. Except you got the chat button now, paid for chat button. But yeah, like it's kind of interesting. It's when it's the first time in pretty much or really forever that's been like this.
Yeah, we'll see what.
And I wonder if that's gonna continue. Like if they're just gonna keep doing switches now, like they're done. You know, kind of like if they found like this is their thing, like you know, like we've been innovating for years, and like this was our like this was what we planned for all along. Like we wanted to get to a point where you could game on the go with our system, or play it at home, and like this is just what you have now. So I wonder if we're just gonna get switches from them from now on. So we'll see. I'd be fine with that though. If I'm playing the Switch 10 when I'm retired or whatever, I'm fine with that. I don't know if the math holds up on that when I'd be retired, but you get the point.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens with everything, but yeah. Again, I think prices are staying the way they're gonna stay, unfortunately. But I mean, they say they're gonna, the high demand may make some people not get, but I do think they probably will. Just it won't be as bad as people might think. But we'll see what happens. Again, this is a thing of we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, just be better about getting them, people. I mean, I got 4.
Yeah.
Again, I'm helping people out. I'm not reselling them to JJ and Everett here for higher costs. I'm helping people out because I am better at getting these for whatever reason. I am just good at getting them. So it's not my fault.
Or it could be your fault. No.
Yeah, it was either me getting it or a bot, some other random person. So now you get it.
Yes, that's, and I will have one. Hopefully, I do actually get it.
Yeah, I mean,
Soon enough.
I mean, you'll probably.
I'll have to
hopefully
wait because you'll
it
have
just
to. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to ship it to you, and then it might end up being cheaper. You paying me to get it and shipping it. Yeah, it'll take a little bit longer, but because I don't pay sales tax and you would have to pay sales tax, you're just like the shipping. So I bet you shipping will be cheaper than what you would have paid in sales tax.
You're probably right.
So you're welcome.
No, I put in the Discord chat, I put the fucking prayer hands emoji.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful. Don't worry.
That's right. That's right.
All right then. So I think that's gonna do it.
Do it.
We actually were able to get enough of a conversation. I thought we were going to get like an hour-long conversation, but hey, we did some... We talked enough. But yeah, yeah, we'll go ahead and cut it. So that's going to do for episode 51 of Gaming Chamber. Again, like I say now, I'm starting to learn to be a better host, but I say every week, you guys like our content, you like what we put out, the podcast, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Tell everybody he's a bitch.
Yes, exactly. Anything to help us grow, I am all for. You can call me a bitch all you want if it means I'm gonna grow. Or
bitch.
Jesus Christ. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that one. But yeah. So I've been your host, Everett. Devin?
Thanks for that introduction, bitch.
What? I don't even know.
I just like calling you a bitch.
Oh my god. Alright. So yeah, we will be back. JJ would be back next week, right?
Yeah, I mean I think he's coming back tonight or tomorrow or some shit. I think tomorrow he comes back, because then he was saying he's going to see Star Wars on Tuesday.
Oh. Well then, yeah. So we should be back
tomorrow. I'm going to see Star Wars tomorrow. Chat.
I should go. I got to go see that. I want to go see Star Wars. Revenge of the Sith is the best one.
I know. I'm still hoping they have the popcorn, limited edition popcorn buckets there. Probably. I just want to get the metal ones.
That's but they're, I mean,
I don't know. Happening. Here in Oregon... Yeah, but here in Oregon, I don't know. I've gone to, like, I don't know, MCU movies. Like, what was the most recent one that I went to? It was still there. And I sold it. I can't remember. What was the most recent MCU? Not like Deadpool, but was the one that came out after that one? I'm looking up. Captain America.
Captain America.
Like, we went, like, I went, like, we didn't go, like, opening night. Like, I forget what day we went, but I think it was, like, on Tuesday or something to watch it or something. But, yeah, like, I got the popcorn tin and that, and I would just resell it online. So I'm like, that's what I just look at. Like, even if I don't want, this is just, like, unrelated, but, like, pro tip, even if you don't want the metal tin and stuff for the popcorn bucket, look it up online real quick, see on eBay if it's selling. Will it sell for the same amount that you're paying for it in there? Boom. Buy it, and then you resell it online, and you got yourself a free popcorn and soda for them.
Wow.
It's a pro tip for you, everyone.
Is it a pro tip, really?
It's a pro tip, man. In this economy, you just got yourself some free popcorn and soda for the movies.
You might be right. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right, but let's go ahead.
That's what I'm here for, to the viewers,
Oh, God,
to help
this
you
guy.
guys save money.
All right, all right, all right. Let's stop bigging your head up. All right, until next time, then. We'll catch you later.